Hello students, in this video we are going to study the remaining exercise for chapter number 5. The chapter name is Acids, Bases and Salts, class 7, subject Science, NCERT. So before starting that, let me tell what we had seen in this chapter. So in this starting we had seen some examples of acids and bases. So curd, lemon juice, orange juice, turmeric, vinegar, etc. are sour substances and they are natural acids. These are also the organic substance. So these are some of the examples of acids that we are using daily in our life. Then we had seen the examples of bases, that baking soda, washing soda, soap, lime, slag lime, sodium hydroxide, or you can also say caustic soda, are basic substance and they feel soapy to touch. So these are the examples of bases. Then we had seen about the indicators. So turmeric, litmus and petals of China rose or hibiscus, etc. are natural indicators. Other than that, phenolphthalein and methyl orange are also indicators, but these are the chemical indicators. Then we had seen some properties of acids and bases. That acids are sour to taste and they change blue litmus paper into red. Like hydrochloric acid, sulfuric acid and nitric acid are strong acid and these acids are used in the laboratories. Then we had seen that bases are bitter or you can say astringent to taste and feel soapy to touch. And they change red litmus paper into blue. Like sodium hydroxide, potassium hydroxide, etc. are strong bases and these bases are used in the laboratories. Then we had seen the neutralization reaction. So the acid and base react to produce salt and water. And this chemical reaction is called neutralization, in which the acid and base react with each other and at the end of this reaction we will get the salt and water. Then we had seen that this neutralization reaction is used for the treatment of acidity, ant bite, acidic or basic soil treatment and factory acidic waste management or acidic waste treatment. So these are the things we had seen in this chapter. Then we had seen the textbook solution for this chapter, and in the extra exercise we had seen choose the correct option, fill in the blanks, answer in one word and true false and name the following. So now in this video we will continue our extra exercise with question number 6. So here the question number 6 is given to you. The question number 6, in that you have to write the answer in one sentence. So answer the following questions in one sentence. In that first question is, how are bases to taste and touch? What is the physical properties of bases? So bases are bitter, that means astringent. Astringent, that means the substance which tastes bitter. So these bases are bitter to taste and soapy to touch. If you will touch, then it will feel like soapy. So this is the property of bases. Next is, what are indicators? So the substance used to examine whether the given substance is acidic or basic are called indicators. The substance which are used to examine, that means to check whether that any given substance is acidic or basic. So this kind of substance is known as the indicators, by which we can know the nature of any substance, whether that substance is acidic or basic. Next, third number, give 3 names of indicators available in nature. That means we have to write natural indicators. So turmeric, litmus and petals of China rose are the indicators available in the nature. That is turmeric, litmus and petals of China rose. How it works, that we had already seen in the chapter. Next is fourth number, state two indicators used in neutralization reaction in the laboratories. So here the name of the two indicators, or you can say chemical indicators, are given to you. That is phenolphthalein that we had used in the activity, and other than that is methyl orange. We can also use this methyl orange as an indicator, and this one is the chemical indicator which is used in the laboratory in the neutralization reaction. Next is fifth number. From where is litmus extracted? From where we are getting the litmus? So litmus is extracted from lichens. From these lichens we get the litmus, and that we are using to check whether any substance is acidic or basic. Next is sixth number. State the effect of acid on litmus paper. So acid turns most blue litmus paper into red, but it will not affect, or it does not affect, the most red litmus paper. How you can remember that we had already seen in the previous video, how you can remember this in short, or short key for this to remember how the acid or base react on the litmus paper. So acid turns blue litmus paper into red, and it will not show any effect on the red litmus paper. Next is state the effect of base on litmus paper. So base turns moist red litmus paper into blue, opposite of the acid. It will turn red litmus paper into blue, but it will not affect, or does not affect, the most blue litmus paper. Next is state the effect of washing soda on litmus paper. So washing soda turns moist red litmus paper into blue. So that means the nature of this is basic. So washing soda turns red litmus paper into blue. Next is state the effect of common salt solution on litmus paper. So there is no effect of common salt solution or on litmus paper, as earlier we had seen that this one is the neutral solution, so it will not affect any of the litmus paper, so it will not show any effect on the litmus paper. Next 10th number. What happens when soap is applied on the stain of turmeric on the clothes? So when soap is applied on the stain of the turmeric clothes, it will turn into red. As we had seen, the turmeric is the natural indicator, so it will show the soap solution affect this turmeric stain, and it will turn into red. Next is state the chemical name of quicklime. So quicklime is also known as the calcium oxide. This is the chemical name for this quicklime, calcium oxide. Next 12th number. State the chemical name of slacklime. So the chemical name of slacklime is calcium hydroxide. Quicklime, that means calcium oxide, and slacklime, that means calcium hydroxide. The next one is 13th number. State the chemical name of washing soda. So the name of this chemical name of this washing soda is sodium carbonate. Next is state the chemical name of common salt. So the chemical name of common salt is sodium chloride. These chemical names you have to remember. The chemical name of salt is sodium chloride. Next is 15th number. Name the chemical present in milk of magnesia. What is present in milk of magnesia? So this magnesium hydroxide is present in the milk of magnesia. Next 16th number. Write a chemical equation of neutralization reaction. So here the equation is given to you. Here NaOH, that means sodium hydroxide, will react with HCl, that means hydrochloric acid. Here the sodium hydroxide is the base and HCl is the acid. So after the reaction between acid and base, we will get the salt and water. So here NaCl, that means sodium chloride, which is also known as the common salt. So this is the salt, and H2O, that means water. So after this reaction, neutralization reaction, we will get the salt and water. So this is the chemical equation for the neutralization reaction. Next, 17th number, define neutralization. So the chemical reaction between an acid and a base that produce salt and water is called neutralization. The reaction or chemical reaction between acid and salt is known as the neutralization reaction, and after this process we will get salt and water. Next, 18th number, state the use of litmus paper. Why we are using the litmus paper? So the litmus paper is used to test whether the given solution, or you can say substance, is acidic or basic. To check this nature, we are using the litmus paper. Next, 19th number, which substance are produced by the neutralization reaction between acid and base? So after the neutralization reaction, as we had seen, salt and water are produced by the neutralization reaction between acid and base. After this process, we can get salt and water. Next, 20th number, what happens if the industrial acidic waste are allowed to flow into the water bodies? What will happen if we will directly allow to this industrial acidic waste to flow in the water bodies like ponds, river? Then what will happen? So if the industrial acidic waste are allowed to flow into the water bodies, then the fish and the other living organisms which are living in the water bodies may die because of this harmful effect of these chemicals. So this is why before releasing this acidic waste into the water bodies, we are treating them, or the wastewater treatment or wastewater management process is there. So here our question number 6, that is answer the following questions in one sentence, gets over. Now next question is question number 7. So question number 7 is answer the following questions in short. In that first one is state the properties of acids and give their 3 examples. We have to write the properties of acids and also examples. So first, properties of acids. So in that first one is they are sour to taste. They are sour substance when we are tasting them. Next property is they turn most blue litmus paper red. Acid will turn blue litmus paper into red, and they react chemically with base to form salt and water. With the reaction with the base, it will produce the salt and water. So these are the properties of acids. Now let me see the examples. So hydrochloric acid, sulfuric acid and nitric acid are the examples of the acids. Next question is question number 2. State the properties of bases and give their 3 examples. Now we have to write the properties of bases. So the bases are bitter to taste. They are bitter in taste and they turn red litmus paper into blue. They will not show any effect on the blue litmus paper, but they will turn red litmus paper into blue. And the last property is they react chemically with acids and produce salt and water. As in the neutralization reaction, we had seen that acids and bases are react with each other to produce the salt and water. So these bases also react with acids and produce salt and water. Now the examples of the bases are sodium hydroxide, calcium hydroxide and ammonium hydroxide. These are the examples of bases. So this is the second number. Next, third question. Give explanation about litmus in brief. Litmus is a natural indicator. We have to give the explanation. So the litmus is widely used as a natural indicator and it is extracted from the lichens. Its aqueous solution, that means its solution in the water, in distilled water you can say, or pure water, is purple in color and it gave red color with acid and blue color with base. As we had seen, the litmus paper will turn blue litmus paper into red. So this solution of litmus will give red color with acid and blue color with the base. And we are getting this litmus from the lichens. It is the natural indicator and it is widely used. People are referring or preferring this litmus solution or litmus paper. Nowadays small strips are also available, so people are using that litmus strips or litmus papers. The strips of litmus paper can be made by dipping filter paper, or you can say blotting paper, in the litmus solution and then dried. As in the activity we had seen, we can get the litmus paper by dipping filter paper or blotting paper, that means thin sheets of paper, in the litmus solution, and then we have to dry that paper. So this is how we can get the strips of the litmus paper. It is available as the red litmus paper and blue litmus paper, and as we had seen, the acids turns blue litmus paper into red and base turns red litmus paper into blue. So this is all about litmus as a natural indicator. Next, fourth number is what are neutral substance, and explain giving examples. So the substance which do not turn most blue litmus paper red or most red litmus paper blue, they are neither acidic or nor basic. The substance which do not show any effect on the any of the litmus paper, so this kind of substance we can say that they are neither acidic nor basic substance. So the substance which do not affect the litmus paper are called neutral substance. So such kind of substances which do not affect any of the litmus paper, so this kind of substance are known as the neutral substance. Like here some examples are given to you. Common salt, nitre, or this nitre is the mineral salt of potassium nitrate, or it can also say it as the bitter salt, or it is also known as the potassium nitrate, KNO3. So this is nitre. Next is glucose, sugar, etc. are the neutral substance because they will not show any effect on the any of the litmus paper. And these common salts and nitre are the salts, while glucose and sugar are not salt yet neutral substance. Here two examples are of salt, that is common salt and nitre. But the rest of the two, that is glucose and sugar, they are not salt. However, they will not show any effect on the any of the litmus paper. So that is also known as the neutral substance. Next is fifth number. All these salts are not neutral towards litmus papers. Why? In the true false also we had seen that all the salts are not neutral. Some of the salts also show the effect on the litmus paper. So here we have to explain. So the washing soda and the baking soda are salts. As we know, these two are the salts. They are salts produced by neutralization of strong base and weak acid. So they have basic properties. As these are the salts, we get these salts from the process of or chemical reaction of neutralization between a strong base and weak acid. So here the base is strong, so they have the property of base, which is the strong we had taken. So they possesses the property of base, or you can say basic property. So hence they turn most red litmus paper into blue. So that's why they are showing the property like the base. That means they turn most red litmus paper into blue, and thus they are not neutral towards the litmus paper. However, they are salts. So it can be said that all these salts are not neutral towards the litmus paper. Here some example, that is two examples of washing soda and baking soda is given to you, that these two are the salts. However, they are showing the basic property like they are turning red litmus paper into blue because they are produced, or we are getting them from the neutralization reaction between strong base and weak acid. So this is how all the salts are not show neutral property, or they are not neutral towards the litmus papers. Next, sixth number, how can it be known that the given solution is acidic or base? How we can get to know that the given solution is either acidic or basic? So the solution that turns blue litmus paper red and does not affect the red litmus paper is an acid. As we had seen, the acids turn blue litmus paper into red. So by checking the solution that whether it turns blue litmus paper into red, so we can say that that substance or that solution is of acidic nature and it will not affect the red litmus paper. And the solution that turns red litmus paper into blue and does not affect the blue litmus paper, so that is known as the base. So this is how by the indicator, that is here we had used litmus paper, so by this indicator we can say that any solution is either acidic or basic. Next, seventh number, what is salt and give its examples. So the substance produced by neutralization reaction between acid and base is called salt. The solution or the substance which is produced by the neutralization reaction between acid and base is known as the salt. And here some examples are given to you, that is sodium chloride, which is also known as the common salt, and nitre, that means potassium nitrate, are salts. Both of them do not affect on litmus paper, hence they are neutral substance and they are salt, which is produced by the reaction between acid and bases. Here you have to remember that, you do not have to write this, but you have to only remember that all these salts are not neutral substance and all the neutral substance are not salts. As we had discussed in the fifth number, that all these salts are not neutral substance, like washing soda and baking soda, they are salts. However, they are showing the basic property on the litmus paper, so they are not neutral towards the litmus paper, whereas all the neutral substance like salt solution or sugar solution, they are neutral substance, but they are like sugar solution or glucose, they are neutral substance but they are not salt. Glucose or sugar is not salt. So this thing you have to remember. Now next is 8 number. The question is, state which acid is found in each following neutral substance. Natural substance, neutral, not neutral, but it's a natural substance are given to you. We have to write the name of the acid which is found in that substance. So here let me directly check the answer. Here some names are given to you. So first one is natural substance, that is vinegar. So we are finding acetic acid in vinegar. Next is lemon juice. So citric acid is there in the lemon juice. Next is orange juice. So again citric acid is there in the orange juice because these both are the citrus fruits. Next is turmeric. So tartaric acid is there in the turmeric. Next is grapes. So tartaric and malic acid is there in the grapes. Next is unripe mango. So tartaric acid again is there in the unripe mango. Next is spinach. So oxalic acid is there in the spinach. Next is curd. So lactic acid is there in the curd. Next is apple. So malic acid is there in the apple. Last one is the gooseberry, or you can say amla. So citric and malic acid is present in the amla. So these are the natural substance and name of the acids which are found in this natural substance. Next, 9th number. State which acid or which base or basic substance is present in the following substance. Same as the acidic substance, here the name of the some bases are given to you. We have to find basic substance from this substance. So first one in that substance is slag lime. So here we had, as the name, chemical name we had seen, the substance found in this is calcium hydroxide, which is basic in nature. Next is soap. So in soap we found sodium hydroxide or potassium hydroxide. Next is milk of magnesia. So magnesium hydroxide is there, which is basic in nature. Next is window cleaner. So ammonium hydroxide is there. Next one is baking soda. So we find sodium bicarbonate in the baking soda. And last one is washing soda. So sodium carbonate is present in this washing soda, which is basic in nature. The next one is 10th number. Explain the use of neutralization reaction in indigestion or acidity. What is the use of this neutralization reaction? So, hydrochloric acid gets secreted in the stomach. As we had seen, it helps in the digestion of the food. So, if the proportion of this acid increases, then it causes burning sensation in the inner wall of the stomach. It should be produced in the proper amount, but if the proportion of this acid increases, then it will cause the burning sensation. You will feel the burning, like something is burning inside your stomach. So it causes the burning sensation on the inner wall of the stomach, and this causes the indigestion, or you can say you know this by the acidity. So to neutralize this acid, the basic substance like milk of magnesia is used as an antacid which contain magnesium hydroxide, and hence the effect of this acid decreases and one gets relieved in the indigestion or acidity. This is how by this neutralization reaction we can get the relief in the indigestion or acidity. Next is 11th number. Explain the use of neutralization reaction in getting relief against pain due to red ant bite. So here also neutralization reaction is helpful. So when any red ant bites, it injects the formic acid into the skin, and it causes swelling and itching, or you will feel irritation on the skin. So to get relief against this pain, most baking soda, or you can say calamine solution, is applied, which are basic in nature. So baking soda and calamine solution are basic substance, so they neutralize the effect of the acid. So hence one gets relieved against pain and due to this red ant bite. This is how we are neutralizing the formic acid which is injected by the ant in our skin by the use of baking soda and calamine solution, which are basic in nature. Next is 12th number. Explain the use of neutralization reaction in the soil treatment. The another use of neutralization reaction. So the excessive use of chemical fertilizers make the soil more acidic, or either more acidic or basic. So the plants do not grow well in this kind of soil. So the soil is either too acidic or basic. So in this kind of soil the plants do not grow well. So when the soil is too acidic, it is treated with bases. If the soil is acidic, then we have to add the bases such like quicklime, which is also known as the calcium oxide. Or we can also add slake lime, which is known as the calcium hydroxide. These are basic in nature, so to neutralize the acid or the effect of acid, we have to add the bases. And if the soil is too basic, then the acidic substance like gypsum, or you can say calcium sulfate, is added to neutralize the effect of base. And even organic matter we can also add. So organic matter is added to basic soil to neutralize this. And thus this neutralization reaction is used in the soil treatment. So this is how we are using this neutralization reaction in our day-to-day life. So here our question number 7, that is answer the following questions in short, gets over. Next is question number 8. Give points of difference. In that first one is between acids and salts. So acids are sour to taste, while salts are salty or astringent to taste, little bit bitter and salty to taste. The another difference between acids and salts is acid turns blue litmus paper into red, and mostly in the salts, mostly they do not affect the litmus paper. Not all the time, but most of the salts do not affect the litmus papers. So this is the difference between acids and salts. Next is difference between bases and salts. So bases are soapy to touch, and salts, so they are not soapy to touch. In bases, they turns red litmus paper into blue, and most of the salts, they do not affect the litmus papers. Same as the previous one, most of the salts, some of the salts also shows the basic property, but most of the salts do not affect the litmus paper. So this is the difference between bases and salts. Next question is question number 9, that is classification. So classify the following substance into acidic, basic and neutral substance. So here the name of the substances are given to you. So here first one, acidic substance are given to you. First one is orange juice, then curd, lemon juice, vinegar, turmeric solution. These are acidic substance and which shows the property of acids. In the basic substance, the names are soap, baking soda, milk of magnesia, washing soda and slake lime. These are the basic substance which shows the property of basic bases. And last one is neutral substance. So common salt, niter, sugar, glucose and distilled water. These are the neutral substance which do not show the effect of any of the effect on any of the litmus paper. So these are the classification between acidic substance, basic substance and neutral substance. So here our chapter number 5, that is acids, bases and salts, gets over. These questions, that is question number 6, 7, 8 and 9, you have to write in your notebook. That is your today's homework. In the next video, we will start our next chapter. Thank you.